Good afternoon. I am very, very grateful to my alma mater to invite me back on this stage where I started my journey of oration right here at this podium, actually. A Greek philosopher 2,500 years ago said, "Nothing is permanent except change." And my brother shared this when I was 14 and I was struggling with my own identity. All through my life, I never fit in family, in school, in any social gathering. One would always find me behind books, as that was the place I could be myself. Or you would find me dancing freestyle since the age of 6 to old Bollywood songs and 2000s English pop. All thanks to my aunt who introduced dance to me. The colossal loss of my father, combined with the loss of a few more family members, posed existential questions on my impressionable mind, and I started searching for answers. This is when my curiosity in psychology sparked and fueled my drive to learn everything about human behaviors and being. Through books, articles, and dial-up internet at that point, I increased my knowledge in everything to do with the human mind and psyche. And in no time, it became my passion. The child in me decided it is okay to not fit in. It is okay to be different. I am different, and I will be my own support system. I will become my own superhero. It was scary to take this step, being the only one around to do such a thing. Yet, it was very empowering. Finally, in high school, my teachers recognized the light I would shine in and pushed me to do better on my own. Grateful to this school for letting me find my own self on my own 2 feet. Yet, in this big, strange world that I found myself in, the connection of the mind, body, and spirit started showing up for me. When I used to eat food to satisfy my emotions, and suddenly I realized I had an eating disorder. And this is when my mind was not happy and my body was absorbing the consequences. I developed a few more chronic illnesses. I've healed from all of them now in the continued years, till 2019. In third year college, I learned of a modality called creative movement therapy. I decided to take the course as it was the study of the mind and body connection and how our cognitive thoughts influence our physical body. For example, I'll give you 2. When we feel stressed out, you have old pains, old injury pains come up in your body, or genetic diseases start showing signs, even though you never had them before. Another one would be, I think majority of us in this room would have faced this once or twice, or maybe very frequently. Some days, your body just refuses to get out of bed. Your mind is running. Your mind is like, no, I have the routine. I have to do this, that. But your body is like, no. Today, we're not going to do it. Today, we want to be in bed. This is another example of the mind and body connection. When your mind gets overwhelmed with thoughts and your body starts absorbing it, so your mind has more space to operate. But this is also a time when your body and your mind want you to slow down, want you to take a pause and just be. In creative movement therapy, we use movement and breath to really slow our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and observe what we are going through internally and what can we do to support ourselves better. as a saving grace for me, as I was not only able to heal my mental and emotional conflicts, I was also able to work on my self-confidence and self-worth. And I finally could feel that I could be with others, work in teams, as I finally belonged happily. Over the years, I specialized in learning dance, creative movement therapy experientially, as well as practicing it on many, many diverse groups of people and myself. The groups of people, as this modality can be used when worked with from all age groups, from the ages of 6 to the ages of 80. I learned through all of this the big role our body plays in how we feel, what we feel, and when we feel. All of us at all age groups operate from both the mind and the body. This directly affects our motivations, our emotions, our feelings, which our physical, our mental, and our emotional states lead. Together, all of this can be in stress, or even if one part is in stress, the others will absorb it or share the load. After 10 years of using movement, mind, creativity to grow and resolve my own inner conflicts, finally, my innovation is ready to be out in the world. And it's called the Punk Project. It is a movement and an organization that wants to enable a growth mindset to use creative methods to explore our mind and our body. I recognize the potential to keep learning creative ways to work with our mind and body, using mechanisms that are unknown to us and make us uncomfortable, to learn more and grow. Come, let's shed the feathers that don't serve us anymore and grow new ones that can actually make us reach our dreams. Thank you.